Do not make this mistake when you first come here to Vietnam. Where you live in your first year here in Vietnam is massively going to affect your present, your future experience, and whether you even want to live here long term. I just happen to be needing to do some errands over here in a small area, small town, district of Ho Chi Minh City. It's known as Binh Hung. Binh Hung. My Vietnamese is terrible still, but I see it all the time from people coming here, coming to here as expats, living here long term or retiring here. They're gonna be thinking about living in small towns, small cities, small rural areas. And look, if you're gonna do that in your first year here, you are already setting yourself up for failure. Because what happens 6 months later down the line when all the honeymoon phase is gone? You're gonna feel frustrated, stressed, loneliness, and you're gonna be thinking, why did I even come here in the first place? But you know, that got me thinking of a couple reasons why you shouldn't do this on your first year here. So reason number one, there's nothing to do here long term. I think when you first come here, you might come in with the mindset that you want to be respectful to the people, the culture, the heritage, and even make some Vietnamese friends, which is great short term, because as mentioned before, what happens after 1 month goes by, 2, 6 months, 1 year? I mean, what else? What are you gonna do then? I mean, sure, you got your, your coffee shops here. Let me just pan this over here. All right. You got your coffee shops here. I think back over there, you got your gyms. I mean, honestly, you got your basic amenities. I believe I was checking out some of the apartments as like prices over here. What, it's like 100, 150, 200 bucks a month? Great for simple living. But what happens if you want to enjoy more things about, the city, the culture, maybe meeting expats, speaking the Vietnamese, well, not the Vietnamese language, but the English, communicating properly? What happens then? Because the real way you're going to do that is by finding and meeting them, which is going to take you a long car ride of 30, 40 minutes every single time, which is a massive inconvenience. That led me to reason number two, why you shouldn't move into a small town, small area. There's no foreigners. Yes, I look Asian, and I'm also half Vietnamese. But look, I'm gonna say it. I like it when I walk outside, go for a walk, run, jog, walk to the gym. I like it when I see Black people, Indian people, Mexican, white, Spanish, Italian. It doesn't matter. International people just out and about walking down the street. Mostly because I can speak English with them, but it's not even about communicating or like speaking with them. It's just a feeling of knowing I could speak English with them. I could connect with them. I'm not in this like lonely thing, right? Because look, moving halfway across the world is already daunting, stressful, and lonely enough. Now moving into an area where you're most likely going to be the only expat or the few expats you're going to see like every 2 weeks, it's just going to amplify the loneliness. Because I was thinking, what's the number one killer for any expat living abroad for a long time? It's loneliness. Finding a community, finding friends, finding people who they can connect with, talk to, shoot the shit, drink beers, just overall having that sense of a belonging there. And if it's not present, what happens? They're gonna leave. And it makes sense. You're gonna be also waking up to this every day. Very quiet street, which if you like your quiet, but at the same time, you're also going to be experiencing some muddy floods, I guess, and the tropical mosquitoes. Reason number 3 why you shouldn't live in a small town, city, rural area of Vietnam: very limited grocery shopping and even options for food that you would normally enjoy. All right, so I just walked around this whole, I guess, small residential area, and I only found one coffee shop. Sorry, not coffee shop. One grocery store in the whole place. Let's go check it out. And well, is it worth it? Gotta get by this. Gotta go up here. All right, here we are. Let's check it out. This is the only one. Ooh. Oh. It's your pretty much basic grocery store, right? Asian foods, Vietnamese dishes, cookies. Yeah, pretty much what you would expect from a grocery store here. It's even got the Vietnamese music playing along. But now, this is a more interesting thing. Great, you get your, Vietnamese delicacies, food, snacks you can cook. But what happens if you want some good old international spices, delicacies? I'm like a Honey Nut Cheerios type of guy. What if I want some international cereal? You're going to be far-fetched to find something like that in here. It's just really catering to the local Vietnamese people here. So that's why it's going to be a little bit rougher if you want something more international. So, but if you live in the city or major downtown, you're going to have a much easier time just because, that's where the expats and foreigners live. And because of that, the Vietnamese people are going to cater to that and have more international stores, grocery stores for that crowd and demographic. Why? Money. Of course, there's also nice areas like this one I just found walking around. But my recommendation, first year moving here, live in District 1 or District 2, Thao Dinh. Why? This is where all the foreigners, expats live. So English can be vast majority of the language you're going to be communicating with. And the convenience level, just things you want are quicker. A lot of the Grab drivers are much more accessible and quicker response rate because they know this is where all the, money and the traffic flow is. Also at the same time, convenience, just walking outside your apartment, things you can go to. Convenience stores, grocery stores, international things you want. Also at the same time, events, communities, pubs, just walk right outside. For example, in Thao Dinh, massive pickleball community just right outside if you're walking. My highest recommendation that you should do for your first year living here. If you are thinking about or about to be moving to Vietnam, relocating here, moving here, retiring here, click the link below. Let's just have a chat, see if this is something I can even potentially help you out with. I'm talking visas, finding apartments, healthcare, bank accounts. Click the link below and yeah, let's see if this is something I can do to help you out with. Appreciate the time and hope you guys have a good rest of your day.